Bam! What's up, guys? Just here to give you guys a quick little present. I just wanted to showcase the team that I run on my main account, but using my alt account. Uh, I am still working on the Whaling 9 video. I've been grinding XP on this account for a few of the life and earth units because I haven't quite seen exactly how they're going to perform at since the patch. I wanted to see how most of them will perform for Whaling 9 at max level 70, regardless of if they're awakened or what, right? Before I go giving out hey, try these units, right? So because stealth elf, super shot elf, obvious choice. In the meantime, I would like to hope that this video will tide you guys over. Works very nice. This is a max level pit boss and a max level Washbuckler. The Washbuckler is awakened, right? So he's awakened for the blind, which if you guys have followed the other videos, you would have heard that I do suggest, obviously, go and collect your shards every day as much as you can, right? Washbuckler is a prime choice for shard collecting each day. By the time you reach this point of the game, you should definitely have enough shards to awaken him. The Washbuckler here is only 4-star. He is on damage runes, so he is a bit squishier. Whereas the Washbuckler I run on my main account is actually on crit rate, effect accuracy, HP. This one is on a full fatal set with attack, and yeah, so he's a bit squishier. It does make the runs a little less reliable than what I run on my main account. But these are pretty much, unless you get completely RNG'd on the waves, which is why Pit Boss is there, right? You might be thinking, oh, a Nat 5, right? Pit Boss is only there to take hits, right? So Pit Boss is just there to die on the wave to the boss or survive, right? As an elemental disadvantage, Gulper often makes mistakes, right? His AI is kind of flimsy. So I've put the 1 mana cost Pit Boss in there. It would be great if he was awakened. This account does not have those kind of shards available to it. Because when you awaken Pit Boss now, you can run his charge skill and that 1 mana skill, and it's basically 0 cost unit, right? Pit Boss becomes a 0 cost unit, so he can just sit in there, do his thing, and take hits if he needs to. Obviously, we've already 3-starred it. We did that with Solo Boomer, right? And yeah, what we're doing here is we're using Washbuckler. Even though he's got a 6 mana ability, they do the run acceptably, right? On my main account, I am actually going to wind up skilling out Washbuckler's 6 mana cost ability to 5 mana cost when I get a couple more large skill up stones, or 1 more large skill up stone, sorry, because that's all I have left to do to skill it up to 5 energy, or 5 mana cost. But for this account, obviously 6 mana cost. I also run at 6 mana cost currently on my main account, and I run Troll Smash on my main account. So the mana costs are a bit higher on my main account. Team still works, right? The reason the team works, as you can see, the boss is blind because of the awakened Washbuckler ability. You can also put attack down on the boss. That works out quite nicely. Not a very high chance to put attack down on the boss, but you put attack down on the waves using Washbuckler's leader skill, and you can put it on the boss as well when you get to him. And yeah, Washbuckler loves to spam that ability, so he will blind the boss, and then you just kind of take the hits. You survive the revenge quite easily, and yeah. Anyways, let's hop in here. See, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's a perfect 10 out of 10 runs. The only time that this fails is, as I was saying, if the waves kind of gib you, right? So I'm just gonna sell all these. Gee, let me check what this is. All right, I might keep that one just in case. I'm not going to be using any Beast 9 runes for the Whaling 9 run, by the way. I have I am avoiding using any beast runes for Wailing 9 for this account so that I can showcase you guys properly the progression path for the Wailing 9 video, right? So that, you know, the Wailing 8, Wailing 9, and then wherever you want to go, right? Anyways, let's hop into the runes here. Alright, so here's Washbuckler. As you can see, he's only got 71 crit rate. He's chilling at 5,500 attack, 6,700 HP, 1,300 defense. He's got a measly 146 crit damage, but he's got a nice beastly 131 effect accuracy. We'll go down to his runes themselves. He is full fatal. They are a full fatal 5-star set. As you can see, his slot 3 is plus 12, and his slot 5. Okay, so his slot 5 is a 6-star. My bad. I forgot, I guess. But it is only plus 12, so it's about equivalent to a plus 15 5-star rune. Alright? You can see they do have some kind of okay substats. You know, I just threw on some leftover runes, basically, from all of the Wailing 8 runs that we did previously when we were farming the Boomer runes. This one rolled kind of nice, you know, the 7% crit rate. So that's alright. And you can see here the Pit Boss. Now, if you don't have Pit Boss, you know, there's a few ways to get it. And you necessarily don't have to use Pit Boss. You could get away with using Crit King. But obviously, the less, like, you know, 2 mana cost, 1 mana cost. Obviously, the less mana cost, like, you know, the less mana being used, then the better mana synergy you're going to have with Washbuckler and Boomer, right? That's why I would suggest, if you can, chuck Pit Boss in there, do his ED. You only need to get 50 shards of him. Try and get his Extreme Dungeon if you can, or if worse comes to worse, you could always try the 1,000 gem summon. And let me have a quick look here. What is it? I wouldn't normally suggest this, but this is completely up to you. I'm just giving you the option, letting you know it's here. If you do this 1,000 gem summon, you can get air and undead units, and then you can just exchange the nat 5 pieces you get, and hopefully you get Pit Boss, right? So you're likely to get Stormblade, Wildstorm, or Pit Boss out of this particular summon. So there's a 1 in 3-ish chance that you're going to get Pit Boss, and if you don't, then you can exchange those nat 5 shards, and hopefully another 1 in 3 chance, or 1 in 2 chance of getting Pit Boss, right? I actually had to do it for this account earlier to get a tri-tip so that I can showcase the Wailing 9 tri-tip run, since he was the one Earth unit who a lot of people did use to get their first Wailing 9 clear that I didn't have on this account. I got him in 2 summons, basically. So that worked out well. Also with tri-tip, you can also get him from, I believe it was the guild purchase. Let me have a look here. The guild shop, yeah, so tri-tip, you can purchase it from the guild shop too. Options for tri-tip. Unfortunately, Pit Boss, not as easy. But, like I said, Pit Boss, not completely necessary. Definitely the most optimal though, right? Especially if you can bring him Awakened, where it's basically a free unit. He's just there so that when Gulper doesn't taunt, Pit Boss is more likely the one that's going to take the hit. It's not guaranteed that he's going to be the one that gets attacked, but because he's elemental disadvantaged, the waves will look at him as a much juicier target, alright? Anyways, and then of course we have our Boomer, our solo Boomer, right? You know, once again, 8,000 attack, 1,600 defense, 8,400 HP, 85 crit rate, and 169 crit damage. As you can see, we still have the same runes. Dodge, dodge, fatal, 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 and fatal. All 6-star max white runes. I'm pretty sure they're all just white runes. I'm not sure if there was a premium in there somewhere, but yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to showcase this team a little bit for you guys, and the reason I would say go for it, right? You know, maybe you don't feel like farming Washbuckler, but if you were watching or have gone through my previous videos, you would remember that I have suggested that, like, when you break into hard scenario 1 and you're farming those energy runes, you could alternatively farm the resist runes from hard scenario 3, get started on those Washbuckler shards while you're farming those resist runes when you want to break into Wailing 8, right? And yeah, like that'll get you some extra Washbuckler shards. Washbuckler gets used in Invasion. I use them in Chaos on stage 3. I'll cleanse the Horror and then I'll blind Chaos on stage 3. Helps a lot. Makes it a lot easier to get those 15 Chaos shards or 15 ED shards in the dungeon. Obviously, this is on my main account. I haven't tried it in this account just yet. I don't actually have a jetpack built up. I use jetpack currently. I've got an awakened jetpack on my main account that I use because I've been farming the daily shards each day, and you know, the main box, my main account is pretty decked out now that I've been collecting like 10 to 15 shards a day, plus the boss scenario shards from before the patch. So you know, make sure you get in there and do those because it's pretty nice having a wide selection of Skylanders to choose from, so that you can pick and choose, mix and match, and you know, find an optimal team that works for you, right? Is often what I do, right? Anyways, let's see. I think that was pretty much it. You guys saw how the run worked. I showed you guys the runes, and yeah. Let me show you guys the life earth units that I've been leveling so far, just so you guys can see. Whoop, that's water. So as you guys can see, I have been max leveling a few units here. So you see I've even got Wallop maxed out. I actually put Boomer's runes on him. He worked quite well for Wailing 9 so far, right? I am maxing a couple other units here, as you can see, and this little selection here is what you can expect to see in the Wailing 9 video coming soon. I am probably going to need a few more days leveling. I've been leveling these units since I uploaded the last video. I'm not sure if I already said that. But yeah, it takes a while to grind XP in this game. But I am dedicated and I will get it done. Because I'm very curious myself, and I'll let you guys know the results of what I found was you know, what works well. All right. Anyways, I'll cut the video there. Thanks for checking it out, and I hope you enjoyed the team. Let me know if you wind up using it and if you enjoy it. All right. It's yeah, you're gonna use Washbuckler in Invasion. You're gonna use them. You're going to use him anywhere that blind is useful, and blind is useful in a lot of places. He counters Astro Blast. It's a 5-second cooldown, right? He counters anything with a longer cooldown than 5 seconds that nukes your team, all right? In Arena, Guild Wars that's coming up, RTA, yeah. Washbuckler is one of those units you will not regret building, and you will use him end game. Very good to get started on early. And yeah, as you can see, he works fine even as a 4-star max 70 awakened. I haven't tried him unawakened because it is an accuracy down when he's unawakened. You could try it. You know, it's still going to help. He's still going to do the same kind of damage that he does. It's just, you know, obviously the blind is more guaranteed, I suppose. Anyways, yeah, now I will leave it there. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one, which will be the Wailing 9 video. Just have a little patience. Don't worry too much. It is on the way. Peace out.